Good day, OA, and welcome to Motivation Monday. Today we're going to be focusing on something that every single one of you need, and I need it as well. Are you ready? It is stress reduction. Because if you can manage your stress, you can protect your energy, you can protect your creativity, and more importantly, you could even protect your business. And so this is what we're going to work on this week. So before we jump in, though, I love going over our wins of the week. And so I want you to share with me what are your professional, what are your personal wins, those W's. And if you're new to the show, we do this every Monday. I love doing it at 2 p.m. every single Monday. And this is our time where we get to talk about your wins. And I love kind of measuring this in this way. Every single day, we get to have wins. Those are those W's. Oh, we get the L's, those losses. And our ultimate goal every single day is to have more wins than we have losses. So that way, at the end of the week, we have more wins than we have losses. And then at the end of the month, we have more wins than we have losses. And it's so great when we could, and we've talked about gratitude before, when you could be grateful for those wins and we could share those wins, because sometimes those L's, those losses get really loud in our mind and it gets very, very, very distracting. So I want us to share what are those wins. So I know for me professionally, my win of the week, it's the one that just happened. Last week, I was on board the Ama Mora with our Ama River Cruise Symposium with OA, and we chartered the vessel. We did the Danube, the lower Danube, and it was awesome. I'm sorry, I think we did the upper Danube. We did Slovakia and Hungary and Austria and Germany. We ended with an Oktoberfest. Oh my goodness, it was awesome. We had some fantastic suppliers. Our agents got to hear from them and share best practices. They got to give them some business development strategies. And then the best part is they're all walking away with a plan on how they could grow their business with these awesome, awesome partners. On a personal level, yesterday was great. I got to see my siblings that I don't get a chance to see very often. I didn't see them all, but I saw a good portion of them. And I got to say hi to my nieces and nephews, and we got to see some of the Christmas lights here locally in St. Augustine. So those are my personal and professional wins. I want to know about yours. I know some of you are watching now, so don't be shy. Don't be shy. Just put it in the comments. Type in, "Hey, this was my win." If you don't want to do it now and get called out, no worries. Do it later, and I'll follow along and see all the great stuff that we're doing. So let's jump in. Oh wait, here we go. Finally, somebody. I love this. This is great. As a new agent, thank you for this Monday. It's very motivational. I love it. Hey, you're very welcome. Thank you very much, LaQuanda, for jumping in. So let's jump into why. You ready for this? Why stress management matters. Really, the truth is, travel professionals, you juggle client demands, last minute changes, and constant deadlines. And this is just really to name a few of them. So stress is 100% inevitable, but how you handle it makes all the difference. So today, what I want to do is explore some techniques that can help you stay calm and focused. If you ever watch Bad Boys, they do this thing called WUSA. I don't know what WUSA means, but they have this procedure. They do this little technique where they use this and they rub their ears like this very carefully, and this helps them reduce their stress. So let's jump in to some stress reduction techniques. The first one, okay, is a very simple one. It's a deep breathing exercise. This is some time when you have slow, intentional breaths to calm your nervous system. The next one, I've not really done this one before, but I think we might want to try it at some point, is progressive muscle relaxation. And this is where you tense and release some muscle groups or the specific muscle group that you have. And this is going to also assist you to reduce the physical tension. The third stress reduction technique are called mindful breaks. And this one is where you get to step away for about 5 minutes and you can stretch or even take a short walk. And last but not least, this is the easiest one, right? Of course, digital detox. And this is one where you get to schedule that time away from the screens to just recharge. So this is something that I think is much easier said than done, but how are you scheduling your digital detox? All right, we had someone else jump in. This is awesome. So Terry, you were just on the phone trying to leave me a message 5 minutes before I started live. So I'm glad that for your professional win is that you have a few groups in the hopper, and that is awesome. All right, now who am I to tell you that we should do some stress uh, reduction techniques if I don't go ahead and do a quick little exercise? So are you ready? I hope you are. Let's go ahead and let's start. I want you to sit comfortably and close your eyes. Okay, here we go. We're going to inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to exhale through your mouth slowly for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do it one more time. Inhale through your mouth and hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this should help you feel that tension to just melt away. And we're supposed to do it 3 different times consecutively. And that's the way that you can do this exercise. I think it's a great practice. I will tell you that we've lost some viewers now. I don't know if they fell asleep or they stopped watching. I don't know. But that is the ultimate goal here, is to practice sometimes what we preach. I know I need it, and it's super important. So here we go. Let's jump into our motivation moment. And our motivation moment is that you can't control every challenge, but you can control how you respond. And that's why it's important to realize that calm, yes, honey, I'm talking to my wife, calm, and she's telling me in my ear, calm is your superpower. So you can't control every single challenge, but you can control how we respond. And so what we need to remind ourselves is that calm is our superpower. And so sometimes what I'm doing is I actually I pause. I'm working on this, guys. I'm not perfect. I promise. I try. Just take a break, pause, breathe, ask questions, and then move forward. And that's really been helping me to exercise that calm and use my superpower. So that is what we're doing. So this week, our call to action, I want you to practice one stress relief technique daily. And I want to hear from you. Tag us at OutsideAgents.com and tell me, which technique did you use? Which ones do you like best? Why do you like it? So is it deep breathing exercises? Is it progressive muscle relaxation? Is it taking a mindful break? And maybe you schedule those mindful breaks. Or is it a digital detox? Let us know, share, and that is totally okay. I want to also end with our quotes of the day. And this is really great because this week, in preparing for our quotes of the day, I realized that we have 2 quotes. I couldn't pick just one. I thought it was awesome that I had 2 quotes that really kind of rang true to me. And the first of which is from Anne Lamott, and that is, almost everything will work again. Ready for this? If you unplug it for a few minutes. I love that. Including you. And think about our internet, right? Our internet, our modem, our computer. If you ever call IT, the first thing they tell you to do is turn off your computer. And if it's your modem, they don't just tell you to turn it off, they tell you unplug it, poof, take it off the wall, unplug it, wait a few minutes, and then plug it back in. So if it works for technology, we are one of the most powerful computers ever created. So why wouldn't it work for us? So don't forget, unplug just for a few minutes. You will see how everything will work out again. And the second quote I thought was really awesome was one from Hans Selye, and it says, "It's not stress that kills us. It is our reaction to it." And which is why it's so important for us to exercise that superpower of calm. And we need to remind ourselves to practice that superpower and exercise that muscle of calm, because stress is not what's going to kill us. It is the reaction that we allow to give stress, that we allow our bodies to give stress. Now, there are three other comments that jumped in here. I love this. So we have Lisa. Yes. I love the fact that you practice deep breathing every single day. I should do this every day. I know I do it at home. Sometimes in the car, right before I go in the house, I do some deep breathing. Leah, breathing with a break, perfect. And I love Terry. Jumping on a fan helps relax him. I like that, Terry. Good job. Thank you for sharing with that. That was really neat. All right. So I want to close us out by reminding you that next Monday, we will have a special Motivation Monday. This one, we'll have a special guest. Her name is Andrea Wright. She's our VP of Luxury Sales and Trade Partnerships. And we're going to discuss the pathway to luxury. So that is next week, 2 p.m. I cannot wait to have Andrea with me and talk about ways to build on luxury and build a pathway into luxury. So until next Monday, stay motivated and stay balanced. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Can't wait to see you again next week. Bye.